What's up, guys? It's Sam and Taylor.
And we want you to put your shoes on,
Pop open that energy drink,
and go.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Taylor.
and I'm Sam.
And we got mic stands.
We do.
Oh, yeah. If you're on YouTube, look at the improvement. We can use our hands
Yeah, we can.
freely.
If you know me, I love talking with my hands, so this is exciting.
Yes, I love our little mic stands.
Yeah, and
They're
our
so
table.
cute.
We
And our table.
You can't see it though.
Yeah. I'm
But
you can't see it.
we drink like drinks usually when we podcast, and now we have somewhere to put them, so
Yeah.
I feel like more organized.
Yeah, because sometimes you could see me like reaching to the ground.
Oh, 100%. That was me the
And-
last 2 episodes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the improvement in the studio. We got mic stands, so we'll always be nice and close to the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Free hands. Really awesome. But we're really excited to do this episode today because we have a guest.
We do, and I'm
We-
so excited about her.
Yes,
like, being
we
on here.
haven't had a guest in a really long time just because we were switching over to podcast one. We had a lot of little things to do, and scheduling time for a guest was difficult and just not one of the things we had time to do. But now we have a guest, and we are sitting down with Kylie Ross today, which is very full circle for me because I used to watch Kylie Ross before I started my own stuff. So I'm fangirling.
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool. It's crazy. And we met her about 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And we just got lunch with her. It was super casual, but the conversation flowed. So we knew right away we're like, we have to get her on the pod.
Yeah.
It's sometimes really hard, getting someone on the podcast and maybe they don't speak well in front of an audience or they're just nervous, but the conversation really flowed with her. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy the episode.
Basically, I feel like the exact conversation at lunch, we're now putting it on a mic.
I know, we are. We really are.
So that's the vibe of today's episode. We're going to talk a lot. We're going to talk about, being an entrepreneur, wanting to start your own businesses, life after college, sports, all that. It's going to be really good, really informative. She's a great person, so definitely stick around. But first, let's talk about us.
Yeah, and if you guys are here for Kylie, hi, welcome. We usually do a weekend recap talking about our life, and then we'll get into the episode. So the episode probably won't start with Kylie for another 20, 30 minutes, but yeah.
Let's go. So weekend recap. If you guys have been listening, we said that we didn't drink for 2 weeks. Didn't get drunk, didn't really drink for 2 weeks. And then last Sunday, for Memorial Day weekend, we went on a boat.
Yeah, we really amped ourselves up for these last 2 weeks of not drinking so we could go on this boat and day drink and have a good time. And I had a really fun time.
It was so fun, but day drinking literally kills me.
It does. I'm not typically, I'm very outgoing, but I was a little nervous to go on the boat because we only knew 3 people that were going on the boat.
I think 3's even
Well, yeah, one of them didn't end up going, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so when we were in a group chat with 20 people, I was like, oh my goodness, are these people all friends? They're already a big friend group. We're screwed. We're going to be the outcasts. We get there to the pregame at the apartment, which was at 10:30 in the morning. And there were so many girls there. And I was like, oh, great. They're all best friends. They're not going to get along with us. Shit. What do we do?
They're all dating these guys.
Yeah.
They're why are these girls here?
Exactly. We're just the outcasts. And then I went up to one of them on the balcony. I was like, so, how do you guys know everyone? And then everyone was like, oh, we don't know anyone. We're we just showed up. And I was like, so we're all on the same page. We don't know anyone. This is the best case scenario for this situation. But all the girls were super sweet, super fun, and we all got along. And I had a good time.
Yeah. My thing with day drinking is it's a lot of seltzers, and seltzers, one, I hate them, and 2, they give me a massive headache. Once I stop drinking them, it's headache central. So that happened when I got back. It was just pounding headache just from the seltzer. I don't know why. If one of you knows the scientific reason why that happens, I don't know why. It's not with any other alcohol. It's just seltzers. So I was kind of down for the count. We were we're going out. We're going out. We're getting off the boat and we're going out. Me and Sam got ice cream and fell asleep at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, we did. But I honestly could have rallied if there wasn't such a big gap between time. The boat was literally from 12 to 4. And let's also keep in mind, I hate if you're going on Lake Travis, and you don't have an organized transportation for the big group of you guys. That kind of already puts you down bad for going out at night.
Yeah.
If I was on a party bus with the whole group going back and we weren't all doing separate Ubers to get back, I would have been hyped, let's go, we're going out. But we all just sat in the marina parking lot for 30 minutes trying to order Ubers, and it was just everyone was like flustered trying to get like their own rides. And then we got back and we're like, so we have like 3 hours to kill right now. Make some dinner, eat food. And I was so tired.
Yeah, if I'm going to go out after a day drinking, like I need to like shower, put on clothes
and go.
And go.
Yeah.
I can't sit around.
And I don't know what it was, but I think it was when I ate food and I started to get really hungover because we had such a long time. Like this was at like maybe 7:30, I think, because I looked at the clock and I was like, holy crap! Like I haven't had like a drink in like 3 hours. Like I'm getting kind of hungover right now. Like what is going on?
Right.
And I wanted to boot and rally because all my friends were across the street, like pre-gaming, like at this restaurant. And I was like, damn, like I'm gonna have FOMO. I want to go, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I had no FOMO. I like literally was like, I feel like death and I would like to stay home.
The group of people that we were with, though, were a lot of fun. Like, they're all going to come on, like, my birthday barge, which, again, we're going to have a party bus. So it's going to be a boot and rally situation. We're going out after we get off the bus.
Yes.
We're going to shower quick, eat food, and then we're going out.
Also, there's an occasion. Like, for an occasion, like, I will do what I have to do to get out there. Like, it's like your birthday. There's, like, an occasion. But, like, for a random weekend, I'm like, we could do it next weekend. Yeah. Like, there's no rush. Like, I can go out with you literally next weekend. There's no rush.
Yeah,
we
rush.
can make up for it. So that was like the main part of our weekend. The day before, we literally stayed in too because we were like, we need to like really prepare for this boat because I know it's gonna take a lot out of me. Being in the 100-degree weather on a boat, starting at 10 a.m. Like it's draining and we cannot hang. So we needed to like prep.
Yeah. So funny. So we took photos on the boat, not gonna lie, guys, and we had some boys take them for us actually, on my phone. I looked at the phones, what was it, yesterday morning?
Are you gonna expose yourself?
Yeah, I'm exposing myself so hard right now. Guys, my bathing suit bottoms were not covering myself properly. It was so bad. I looked back at the photos and like
insert picture. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not inserting a picture. Half of it was like hanging out. And I was like, drunk Sam, how did you not realize your bathing suit was not on properly?
Listen, sometimes day drinking in a bikini, it's a little different.
Like, I would rather my nipple come out than down there.
Yeah, no, 100%. But like drinking in a bikini is like a dangerous thing.
It is.
Because you're a little drunk, you're like jumping in the water.
Like was I walking around for like 30 minutes with it just out?
I don't think so. I
don't know. I do remember though my entire like boob like came out when we were on like what are those, like the
little floaty things?
Lily pads. They're called lily pads. And I was like wrestling with some of the guys. Like when I get drunk and I'm around a bunch of guys, like I act like they're my brothers and I just want to like wrestle them. So I'm wrestling Harrison and my fucking boob just like slips out. Yeah, you weren't there. You weren't there. He was trying to get me to go underwater because I told him a million times. I was like, I don't want to dunk underwater. Like my ear one is infected. I have fake lashes and I didn't want to go underwater. Material girl. And he got so pissed about it. He's like, no, you're going under. And we started wrestling on the damn like lily pad. And then my boob came out and he full on saw it, and I was like, you know what? We're not going to talk about that. He goes, I'm so sorry. I go, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I had no idea that happened. That's news to me.
Yeah. No, I had so much freaking fun, though.
Yeah,
Damn.
It was fun. It was a good time. 10 out of 10 recommend. Going on another boat next weekend, so it's just a really boat.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay, but that's casual.
Casual, yeah. I mean,
so casual.
Yeah, no one's top is coming.
Yeah, no one's tops are coming off, and we're not wrestling each other on lily pads.
But anyways, that was pretty much the weekend. Literally everything else was just spent like still getting our freaking life together.
We had like the best, though, we had to talk about this, best vegan hot dogs of my entire life.
Oh yeah, we grilled.
We did grill twice.
No, we made we didn't grill. That was literally I lied. That was like
we literally looked at the grill and we go, well, at least I was like, I don't want to go out there.
100 degrees. The grill is going to make it even hotter. We don't know how to fucking work a grill, so we're going to need to spend like 10 minutes like figuring it out. And we're like, we could just cook them on the stove. So we did like a barbecue meal.
In the kitchen.
For
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It was so good, though. The Upton brand that we are literally obsessed with all the other like protein sources.
If I could pick
the hot dogs. I'm not even kidding. They were so good.
They were really good. If I could pick one like vegan like
grill option,
like vegan like protein source brand, I'd pick their stuff.
Yeah,
I like their stuff. we went to Whole Foods this morning, like literally this morning, and Sam was like, we should get hot dogs. And I was like, do you want to get hot dogs again? Like, do we need to eat more like processed meat, right? Like, maybe we could hold off. Like, we have other things in the fridge. And I was like, oh, I need to go grab this. She's like, oh, if you're going to be over there anyway, I might as well get hot dogs. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, right?
If I'm going over there
it's
anyways.
not like the pack is like a pack of like 10 and we're wasting them. The pack literally only has 4.
Yeah.
So that's 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
A person.
Yeah.
So, like, because usually a lot of like other hot dog brands, like the real hot dogs, when you're getting like the...
They're a lot.
Yeah, there's like 10 in one pack. So I'm
Right.
like, I don't need that many hot
They're
dogs.
pretty good macros.
They are.
They're big summer vibes.
What is it, 20 grams of protein or something?
Something like
21?
that. They're not even the high
Yeah.
fat either.
Because like on the packaging it says like something serve. I don't even know. I can't remember. But
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
They were good. So highly recommend.
Yeah. That was something fun we did this weekend. That was a big highlight. But we'll
Yeah.
do it again.
We also went to get sushi the other night, and I love, guys, if you are not doing this, we already talked about this on the Hot Girl Summer episode, going and dressing up and getting dinner with your friends, you need to do it. It doesn't need to be anywhere fancy. We did go somewhere like quite nice.
Kind of fancy.
This past weekend, and it was like tapas, but for like sushi, so we were just ordering a bunch of different plates of food, and but it was still really good.
Yeah, I totally forgot that we did that this weekend.
Yeah.
It seemed like a long time ago. I found out my favorite wine. I'm a Riesling gal, if you were curious. I had the best wine I've ever had in my entire life.
I need to go to a winery. We need to do that.
That, like, literally, I almost ordered more glasses, like, just because I liked the, like, taste, and I never really drink an alcoholic beverage, and I'm like, I want to get more because this tastes good. But I
Yeah.
was like, this is so delicious. So
Yeah.
I need to find... I took a picture of the menu. The wine list was so long, and I don't know enough about wine to, like...
Wait, plug
know
the
what to
place we
pick.
went to. What was it called?
Uchiko.
Uchiko.
Uchiko. Yeah, it's really good. It's on like near like North. It's on North Lamar.
Yeah, North
On
Lamar.
North Lamar, across from Central Market. We also went to Central Market.
Yeah, bro. Central Market was insane.
Yeah, coolest grocery store I've ever been to.
Like the Irwan of like Texas.
yeah, it was so cool. I vlogged about it. You can
Yeah.
go check it out. But yeah, that was basically our weekend. That's what we did. Seems really eventful, but like talking about it now, I'm like, oh, we did so much, but I don't like feel like
It's because it was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend. I told Sam, I'm like, if the whole world is taking long weekends and short work weeks, we should take long weekends.
Yeah,
and
we
short
should.
Short work weeks.
Especially
Like,
if the gym was closed on Monday anyway,
yeah,
too.
like if the whole world is like, it's a short work week, it's a long weekend, we should partake.
yeah.
So we have a short work week.
Yeah. And it was nice. I didn't go on social media from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so I like took 3 days off, and it felt really good. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's next?
I
Pet of the
was,
week.
I was like literally like slurring my words, like
Pet
they
of the
were
week.
struggling to come out of me.
This one's like an intense pet of the week.
No, I'm pissed at Mac. Like, he does not deserve it. Last night in particular, he was okay. So I was in my bathroom, and if you guys watch my vlogs, you kind of know how my bathroom's set up with my bedroom. I'm in my bathroom, and I turn around. As I turn around, I see him full on get on all fours and just start pissing on my bed, pissing everywhere.
You're missing a crucial piece of info that about 10 minutes prior he pooped in your room.
Yeah, twice. Like there was shit nuggets everywhere, and he had the worst poopy butt from it. He was running around with fucking nuggets on his ass. I was like, get back here before those nuggets get all over the place.
Ew! Trigger warning. Poop content.
Yeah, poop content. Be careful. If you want to skip past like the puppy and kitty content, you gotta.
So Mac really like he was punished.
Yeah, no, bad, down bad.
Down bad, like that. Yeah, that was
He
really
pooped
fun.
and peed a lot inside the apartment. He also had poopy butt while we were driving Taylor's car. I'm like, wait a second, it smells like shit. Like, what's going on? And then I looked down, and there was just poop all over my leg. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm like literally stuck in a car with him on my lap right now, and there's poop all over my leg. So,
Yeah.
if you have a Frenchie, please DM me. Does your dog also get poopy butt? Because they don't know how to poop properly. I need a solution.
So I guess like Phineas is the pet of the week, but not only that, like Macro gets like minus points.
Yeah, no, so down bad. Like, I don't think I'm going to forgive him for a few weeks.
He didn't. We went to Starbucks. He didn't even come. No pup cup.
Yeah, no pup
No
cup.
pup cup.
Hell no. So,
Okay. Enough
enough of the
doggy
ranting of
poop
that,
talk.
I guess.
How's your cut going?
My cut is going pretty good. I mean, I feel like it's the same as last week. I'm still kind of like waiting because like I just got off my period about like last week, so I'm like I had like a lot of water retention from my period, and now I'm like getting back into that place of like feeling normal again. But I definitely need like these last 2 weeks to really push through.
Yeah, I'm trying to really go for it. I feel like that day, like day drinking, I don't know, like just all the seltzers, like I felt really bloated from it for like a day, and I like needed it. It's just like water, but I just feel extra like a little puffy from
I've
the
been
amount of like alcohol.
with drinking my water.
That too, a little bit.
Yeah, like down bad. Like I should
like
probably
I
have
need
my
a
water
sauna.
next to me. Yeah. Oh, this is what I've been trying to do also is we do our cardio at Lifetime. So we go to Lift ATX, lift there, and then we'll drive on the way home and stop at Lifetime and do our cardio. But I try washing my hair twice a week. So the 2 days where I wash my hair is the days I want to go into the sauna. I did that last week, but I haven't done it this week.
The hair washing.
Yeah.
Got but I really feel like I need to like sauna. I just feel like the seltzers, like I need to like sweat.
Yeah.
And I sweat a lot yesterday, but I don't know. I just feel like that it really did it to me. The day drinking fucking like murders my whole body.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm feeling so good. Like when I'm in the gym, like I can see all the definition. Like I'm loving it. Like I like what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like every update I just have like nothing bad to say.
Yeah, I would say that my strength this week, I don't know if it's because we had a long weekend, day drinking, weren't really on top of like tracking my macros, but this week I definitely noticed like a strength decrease just because of like my energy. My energy has been quite low just because my food is the lowest it's probably going to get. And I think that's definitely like playing a little bit of a role in my like strength in the gym, but I'm not gonna like let that get too much in my head because once I start like intuitive eating, going into like next month, I know that like I will probably try to use food to my advantage with my workouts. Like if I know like, okay, tomorrow, like I know for a fact I'm going to be squatting 200 pounds. Let me have a really carb heavy dinner. Yeah. So that way the next day, like my body's prepared.
Same. And not really worry about so much the amount of carbs every single day, but more so like putting it to like use. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely agree. Like today I'm like supposed to PR my bench. So it's like if I was intuitive eating, I'd probably like literally bring candy.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Stuff like that. But feeling good, really ready to intuitive eat though, because I'm just like the time it takes to like track your food. Like it doesn't take that much time, but like when you just have a busy day, like a day like today, like I really don't want to put shit in my phone.
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want to do is also take the time to like put shit in my phone. It's not even the act of like thinking about the macros. It's just like the physical act of being like, let me open this app and put the shit in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel the opposite just because like I eat the same thing, so I just press copy and paste and put it like the next day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do that. Maybe we should try it.
Sometimes I just eat different. I don't know. I just don't like having to like think about the fact that I need to like put it in my phone.
Yeah.
I just want to like no. Oh.
Sorry, guys.
I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
But
sorry.
I don't know. Do we want to like start doing like the highs and lows of the week or no? Or should we save that for next week?
I didn't think about mine, so maybe next week. Because
We'll do it next week. Because I really want to start doing like little segments. Of, like
we'll do that
next week and then
we'll do that next week. I would have done it this week, but I didn't plan it out, and I don't want to give. I don't know what my answer would be.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
So we'll do that next week.
Some of the real lows of my week, I don't know if I could say on the internet.
Yeah, facts. But no, I'm excited for this episode. You guys are really gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a fun time.
We haven't even filmed it yet. Like we're gonna hop off for about 30 minutes and then hop back on because we have like a set time when we do a podcast with the host. With a guest, we let them know a specific time and then we Zoom call with them and record it. So
yeah, so we're gonna pop off, eat a snack, and then we'll be back to talk to Kylie.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Not bye.
We'll see you in.
There's gonna be no break.
Yeah.
Okay. Cue Kylie.
Cue Kylie.
Cue Kylie. Now we're back and we're here with Kylie over Zoom and we're so excited. We've been so excited to have a guest and especially you because like we already told them that basically like we met and we just had so much in common and we're talking and we're basically just gonna have that conversation on a mic.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The conversation flowed, which was really good. And I know a lot of girls that do follow us also follow you and we're like requesting for you to come on. We're like, all right, we gotta get this to happen. So we're excited for it. But just kind of introduce yourself, kind of like starting back to I guess from like college and like where you are now and all that.
Okay. I am Kylie Ross. I'm a health and fitness YouTuber, I guess I would say. YouTube is like where you can mainly find me. You can also find me on Instagram, sometimes TikTok. TikTok is scary. So I haven't really dove into that yet. But I started my YouTube channel in 2019, I think it was. And I played college soccer at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. And that's kind of the reason that I started my YouTube channel. And I didn't start my YouTube channel like with intentions of like going viral or like I'm going to become a YouTuber. I really was just like, it's a really cool experience. Not a lot of people get to play college sports. And I thought it was something that could be cool to like show my kids, show my grandkids one day. I'm like, this would be cool to like be able to pull up videos and be like, look, I was kind of cool back in the day. So that's kind of how my YouTube channel started. But my very first video was like a day in the life of a college athlete. And my boyfriend Bronson, he like edited all of my videos in college. And he edited that one. And we were like sitting in my room. We like posted it. And then I just like shut the computer. Like I was like, I don't want to look at it because people can be mean on YouTube. I was like, I'm just going to close the computer, go to practice. Like I'll come back to it later. And I came back from practice and I had like 30,000 subscribers, like right off the bat.
Wow.
It was literally insane, like just right off of that first video.
What the hell?
And yeah, like coming home to that, I was like, what do I do now? Like, so I'm like in this, I have to like keep posting videos, right? And so that's kind of how it started. And it was just like me, my friends, like being stupid and like taking the camera on our travel trips. And I don't know, it's really cool to watch back those videos and also to see kind of how my life has changed because I was planning on going to dental school. I got my degree in health science studies and then my master's in biology. I took a 5th year at Baylor because I had an injury, like red shirt, you know,
Yeah.
I'll get into that. But so I was planning on going to dental school, which looking back, I was definitely not the right move for me. And I'm really happy it worked out the way it did. But that was always the plan. I went through the application process, everything. And so when I didn't get into dental school, that was like a big blow, I guess, to my ego, just because it's like you work so hard for something and then you just to not get it like really sucks. And so I was really lost, but my YouTube was also taking off at the same time. So it was this really weird feeling of being like so disappointed in something, but also being like, this is really cool and I'm really enjoying making videos and like being on the internet and stuff. And so yeah, I just like decided, okay, well, I don't have really a backup plan for dental school. So this seems like it's working and I'm really enjoying it. So I might as well just like see where it goes. And that's kind of how I got where I am today. I just kind of like trusted the process. But yeah, that transition from, I think a lot of people kind of relate to me now off of that transition of like post college athlete, like trying to find if you want to keep working out, if you want to stop working out completely, what do? You don't have trainers telling you what to do every single day. And that was like really hard for me. Honestly, I kind of still am trying to figure it out to this day. And I've been graduated for 3 years now. So I just try and kind of share a lot of that and a lot of my fitness journey because I feel like it doesn't look like everybody else's. And I don't know.
Yeah, no,
And have fun with
100%.
it.
And I think being even like during college with like the not getting into a school or not getting into a program you want, and then after, just that whole process of being so lost is so relatable to a lot of people. And I find people that start social media for like that reason like are so much more successful than people that start with this goal of being successful on social media. Like I feel like the people that are successful with it and make such good content, you just fall into it.
Yeah. I was going to say that too, kind of like going off of that, like the reason someone like you with sharing your whole process and everything, it's just like so relatable. So that's why so many people want to like follow you, see your journey and all that. And then as time goes on, I feel like even with like every creator that can relate to this, like they go from transitioning of being like a everyday, like maybe like college athlete, student, whatever it is. And now they're in a space where it's like, okay, now like social media is like my full-time job. And then now it's not as relatable. And I think that's why a lot of like content creators do start off quite successful with it, is because they're literally just documenting their day-to-day life, not as a full-time content creator, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's definitely difficult to like make the switch, because I assume that was probably hard with you content-wise too, to go from making like, I'm a full-time athlete and now you're like not a D1 athlete.
Yes. Yeah. It's weird, and you don't really know how to explain it to someone who doesn't do social media, but it's like, if you start social media, you have a full-time job, and it's like your side hobby, it's almost, I don't want to say more enjoyable, but like it's something fun to do, to document the unfun stuff, if that makes sense. So when you are able to like make that switch and go social media full-time, it's really hard to like, if you have nothing going on,
you have to make something.
It's hard to get out of that mindset to be like, no one's going to be interested in this. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I have nothing going on. So that was really hard, because it's like with college soccer, I was busy like 24/7, and bringing the camera along was just like something fun to do, and I had to like make time for it. But now it's like, that's all I do. So it is like a little bit tough sometimes to have to like think of content, because that's not why I started, and that's never how I would never want my content to feel like forced. I always want it to feel like you're just getting like a view of my actual life, rather than, like I always tell Bronson, like if we go on a trip or something, I'm like, I'm not taking this trip for content. Like I'm taking this trip to like spend time with my friends, spend time with my family, and we're just documenting it. We kind of still think about it as like documenting it for ourselves, but now there's just a lot more people watching.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we say that all the time, because like my birthday's in July and we're renting like a boat, and I'm like, well, I don't want to vlog it, but like I'll hire someone to do it, just because like the memories, like I want to be able to like look back on like that boat day and like say that I did that and have the memory of it. But kind of going back, I want to talk about like the whole ACL situation, because I know there are so many girls out there. I used to be a college athlete, but I never went through like the process, or like had like a major injury like that, where it kind of affected me in terms of like not being able to exercise or be active for like a good chunk of time, or even being like taken out of the sport. So was it your senior year?
It was my junior year.
Okay. Yeah. So kind of touch base on that. Like how it, obviously not how it happened, but like the process of how you felt going through that, and then needing to, you said redshirt?
Yeah, redshirt, yeah. So, okay, I'll give you kind of some backstory. I feel like it's important to the story, but I came in, I feel like all of us, if you get recruited to play like a college sport, you're probably pretty good in high school. You know what I mean? So I feel like, and you're pretty good, and then you go to college and you kind of like expect to play almost, just because that's what you've known your whole life. And I went in with that mindset, which was a big mistake, because it was like a big disappointment when I didn't play. I basically like sat the bench my entire freshman year, and then sophomore year I got like a little bit of playing time. I was kind of just like that sub that would go in every now and then. And then junior year, I really like worked my ass off over the summer, and I got in really good shape, and I like won a starting spot, and all of preseason and all of our preseason games, I had been like playing. I was a center back. Like it was going really well. I was really happy finally. And then literally like 2 games before our season, I tore my ACL in Portland, and that just rocked my whole world, because it was like, I had been so low from not playing, and then I was like finally like on the come up, or at least I felt like it. And then that happened, and it literally just rocked my whole world. And it sucked. It really, really sucked to put it, to say the least. But and then from there, surgery was like really tough, and rehab was really tough, and just like learning how to walk again, learning how to like even bend your knee. Like if you've been through the ACL recovery whole thing, it's very tedious and very long. And I don't know. I think that really needed to happen for me though, because like I would say like I was a very selfish person going into college, and I didn't realize that until I kind of had like everything stripped away from me. And I really just had to like I wasn't Kylie the soccer player anymore for like a little bit, because that I couldn't do that. I was just Kylie. And that was something I really had to like come to terms with, and like really being alone with yourself and just being like, okay, who am I without soccer? And I've known this for years of my life, all of my life, really. Just kind of like redefining yourself. And that was really hard for me. Like, it took me a really, really long time. I also had like a super long ACL recovery because I had to have a second surgery because I had like some complications and stuff. But so it took me like a year and a half to get back.
Wow.
And then when I was finally back, I basically came back in the middle of my senior season. So like I still didn't play. So I really had like half a season where I like played in my 4 years, but then I took that redshirt year, and thank God I did, because that's when I started my YouTube channel, and it really like changed my whole life. Like my ACL, honestly, like looking back, did change my whole life, because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have taken my redshirt year. I wouldn't have started my YouTube channel, and like who knows where I'd be today. So I don't know. It's just crazy when you look at your life and some of the things that you think in the moment are like so horrible. You're like, my life cannot get worse.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my rock bottom. And it's like, really, that's like the turning point of your life. I think God really uses times like that in our lives to shape us into like who we're supposed to be. So
I got the chills for you saying
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Literally.
that's so like I had like, I mean, not the same thing at all, had nothing to do with sports, but like just like a bad scenario actually turning to something like really good. Like background about why I do this: I was insanely depressed in college, like rock bottom. It was a really, really hard time, like my freshman year of college. And I had tried out for my school's dance team my senior year of high school. Like I went and tried out because I danced my whole life. I made it right before the final cut and got cut. It was like all these days of auditions, and I almost got it. And I was upset, but I was like, whatever. I got dropped from like every sorority. Like I didn't get a sorority. Like I was miserable. But because I was so miserable and lonely, I started going to the gym because I was so goddamn bored. And I had nothing to lose, so I started posting it because I was like, if people judge me, like I don't have friends here anyways, so it can't really get worse. And like it all worked out, because if I would have like made the dance team, like I wouldn't have started going to the gym. Like if I got in a sorority, most college girls aren't big like gym girls. I would have been probably like partying like 5 days a week. Like I wouldn't have started going to the gym. So like
I feel like everyone can find a positive inside and negative, whether it's something so small, so big, whatever it is. And I feel like there's always like a reason why you are where you are today.
It also takes like years, though. I feel like people hear that and they're like,
oh,
but I've been, because I feel like I felt the same way. I'm like, but I've been sad for like months. And it's like, no, it's going to take like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes it takes like being, it takes like being so far removed from it to like be able to look back and be like, oh, that's why that happened.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, it's funny because my red shirt, like the whole situation, like I look back, it's actually like part of my testimony, but how God was working in my life is like actually insane. Because when I tore my ACL, if I had not torn it like literally exactly the moment that I did, I wouldn't have gotten my red shirt, because I only made the cut to get the red shirt by like 10 minutes. Like if I had stepped on the field the second half, I had played too much of the season to redshirt. So it's just crazy, because if I hadn't redshirted, I wouldn't have started my YouTube channel. I wouldn't have, like, this wouldn't be my job. So yeah, it's like so weird.
That is really crazy.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
Now I know you said that your like biggest inspo in terms of like, I don't know if it was just like content creator or whatever, was Steph Williams, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
love
her.
her.
Which is funny because I follow her too, and I've been following her for a really long time. I kind of like fell out of like watching her content, but I would say like 2 years ago I was like super into it. But my question for you, now that you have been like working on social media, doing this for like some time now, what would you say your goal is in terms of like being an inspiration to others? Like, what do you want for an outcome of your channels and your platforms?
That's a good question.
That's so
That's
deep.
hard.
No,
because it's like
it kind of goes into like what I kind of want to talk about after.
Right.
I want to see what she says.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because when I started, I obviously didn't think that this was going to go anywhere. So I never had like a specific goal in mind, because I didn't think I could ever be that person to like inspire people really. and I feel like my why's kind of changed definitely as I've gone on and like progressed in my social media. But now I want people to like come to my page and feel like fitness and health is not scary. It's like very attainable, and there's so many different ways that it can like portray itself. Because like right now, for example, I'm like not super into lifting. I've lifted like 8 years of my life, and I'm just kind of like burnt out at the moment. It's not something that brings me joy. And I really try and preach like if a workout isn't like fulfilling you, then like change it up. You don't need to just do what the status quo is or what everybody else on social media is saying you need to do to like reach your goals, really. So like right now I'm really into Pilates and running, which is like, I don't know, I feel like lifting is really in right now. So I kind of had this like internal debate of like, I don't know, I almost felt guilty like saying that I didn't want to lift on social media, because I was like, everybody loves lifting. And I love that. Like, I love that we're in a space and time in society where like muscular bodies are applauded, you know what I mean, on women. Because I was like made fun of in high school all the time for that. And it was like one of my biggest insecurities. So I'm really loving this transition that we're doing. But yeah, I guess back to your original question, I feel like I just want people to like come to my page and see that health and fitness is not scary. If that makes sense.
And I think the reason it like seems like people would be like, oh, what, like you're not lifting anymore, it's because people get very easily confused as when an influencer's just like, this is making me happy right now, that they're like, this is what everyone needs to be doing and this is perfect and this is correct. And it's like, no, you've been lifting for 8 years. Like I could like look up the most scientifically perfect workout program of all time. I'm never going to follow that for a long time. That's not realistic because I'm going to get bored. So I feel like people get confused when someone on social media, like if you being like, I don't want to lift anymore. Like someone might be like, see, like she said, like lifting doesn't work and like she hates it. And it's like, no, she just want to
people make generalizations all the time, and it's hard.
Yeah, like right now I don't run, but I can totally see myself getting back into running, because there was a point that I did it and I would do like a 5K like once a week, and I don't do that now, but like I could totally see in like a couple years me thinking that's fun again and doing it. Like and like maybe, I mean, I like love lifting, but like I'll probably go through a point where I'm like, maybe I can only lift like 3 days a week. Like, I don't know. Like my life is going to change so much.
Yeah, especially 8 years. Like I can't even
like 8 years. Like I'm going to be like a mom. I'm going to be married. Like I don't know what my life is going to be in 8 years. So yeah, I think people just take things very like I don't know, like very like black and white. Like they're like, oh, she said she doesn't lift, so lifting has to be like wrong. And like we say we lift.
I also think
like, I don't know.
A lot of people, I mean, I kind of do this too, but you kind of think of people as in like when you started following them on social media, if that makes sense. So I know a lot of my followers, like they'll like comment like, I miss the soccer vlogs and stuff like that. And I'm like, I miss them too, but I'm 25 and I've graduated for a while. So I'm not going to go out and like play a soccer game, because that's not like my life evolves. So, but then again, like people are always so supportive and they like support you through all assets of life. But it's wild.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because it's hard when you start like getting a following for a specific reason, and that reason changes a little. Like even us right now, like obviously we do fitness content, like this is a fitness podcast, but we're like, we want to do lifestyle content. Like we used to post like swipe workouts like every day, just workouts, and now we're like, we don't really want to post that. Like I want to post just us and what we're doing in our life and my outfit and like everything. And sometimes it's like, I miss like this content, and it's like, okay, but I was posting those workout videos because I did nothing else with my life and I was depressed and all I did was go to the gym. Like now I do other things. I was posting swipe workouts because that's all I had. Like I wasn't getting dressed up cute and like going to dinner. I wasn't like going on this trip or that trip. I was literally waking up, going to the gym and going home. Like that was all the content.
That's something that I try and work really hard on, is like a good balance, because Not that there's anything wrong with being like a fit, like straight up fitness or gym girl. Like there's so many people who do it and are super successful. I just have never wanted to be that on social media. Like I started just sharing my life. So, but fitness is a huge part of my life. So I try really hard to just like implement that in little posts. Does that make sense? Like even if it is a fashion post, like still trying to keep it like fitnessy and my style. And I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like that's a good way to kind of balance it, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, it's hard. I feel like it's super easy on social media to like pigeonhole yourself into one thing and then people like only see you for that thing when it's like everyone's human. Like we all have so many different interests and desires and passions and stuff. So yeah.
That's also why our usernames used to have fitness in it, and we took those out about like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were really upset about it. They were like, why would you take fitness out? I'm like, because like I don't want someone to see me on the streets and be like, oh my god, it's Sam Taylor Fitness. Like I want them to see me and be like, that's Sam Taylor.
Yeah, it's just me.
Fitness, you know, like I'm me. I want to post like all different sorts of things, not just fitness. And we've definitely done like a very good job with transitioning over to that.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah.
I noticed. I love it.
I think it's also my thing with it, and it reminds me, like, I feel like your content's the same way, like, of making it, like, easy to everyone. Like, living, like, a fitness lifestyle, I feel like showing, like, but here's what I did on the weekend that had literally nothing to do with the gym is, like, important in, like a fit lifestyle to be like, I also do all of these things, and here's how I balanced, like, going to the gym this morning, but this is what I did at night. And like showing like all of it rather than seeming like all you do is eat perfect and go to the gym and that's it. Like showing every single aspect is important in like an overall like fit lifestyle. Like I feel like talking about like mental health, talking about work-life balance, talking about like drinking, acne, like all of that is like fitness.
Yeah.
And like health.
It really is.
100%.
Yeah. But I guess we can kind of work our way into talking about like more of the things that you've been working on, which obviously some of them do have to do with fitness, which is really cool. One of them being your Healthies app. And that is super fun, super cool. I know you said you want to be more of like your end goal is to be more of a businesswoman rather than, you know, a content creator full time, which is I think so important for anybody that is going into social media, that social media isn't always going to be there for you, and it shouldn't be like your end goal. There should be an end goal when you are, you know, building up a pro platform. Oh my god, I can't speak. And wanting to be like a business owner. So I think it's really cool that you've been working on that and doing that. And I can imagine it is so stressful, so crazy, but you are more than welcome to kind of plug yourself with that and talk about it and talk about like the process of how that's been going for you.
Yeah, it's definitely been a wild ride. It's called Healthies. That's the app name, and it'll have like all of my workouts on there. It's not, my workouts aren't based in programs just because that's not how I personally work out. I just do whatever I'm feeling. So I feel like the user has a lot of control in this app, but everything in the app is like hand drawn by me. I like love graphic design. So I found a developer just randomly online, and he kind of has helped me make it come to life. Like the process was actually really funny. He was talking to me and we like had a Zoom call or whatever. And he was like, you were much more with it than like the people that I normally talk to. Like you kind of know what you're talking about. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, I genuinely think that you could do a lot of this yourself. Like if you just YouTube how to do it. And I was like, that's a good idea. And so I did it. And I basically literally, he was like, I'll give you a discount if you like do this. And I was like, I'm all about discounts. Okay. So, I basically just like downloaded the program. I made every single app screen in the app. They're hand drawn by me. And then I just sent them over to him and he does all like the coding and stuff, which I'm like, that is way out of my area of expertise. But, I just think it's awesome because it like, I feel like it really does represent me and who I am and what I want to give to the world. And I just wanted to make it like super simple and easy for people to use. It also has like healthy recipes on it and like a cool little grocery list app or like part of it. So I'm currently working on that. We should launch within the next few weeks. I say that very timidly, but hopefully. But
Has this
yeah.
been something that you
Wow.
knew like for a very long time that you always wanted to be like a businesswoman? Or is this something that kind of like
Um,
stemmed like maybe like a year ago where you were like, oh my goodness, like I could totally do something like this?
so I would say no. Like I never thought I was going to be a businesswoman because I never thought I would start any business of any kind, really, because I thought I was going to go to dental school. Like that was always my plan. And then I was like, oh, social media is the new plan. And then I just realized from social media, it gives you so many different opportunities that you kind of just can do what you want to do. And so when I started, I make like ebook PDFs. I have two, they're overtime and train like an athlete. And those are like 30-day challenges, which I love those. I put like my heart and soul into those. But I was like, I want something where I can be constantly giving people new workouts, new things. So when like times change, people's interests change, I can always be like updating people almost. And so a fitness app has like always been a dream of mine. I just never thought it was really possible because I didn't even know how to go about it. And then I started researching it and I was like, oh, we can do this. Like we can really do this. And so I just kind of like dove headfirst and just decided to go for it. Um, and it has been definitely a learning curve. I majored in, I took like biology, biochem, chemistry, all in college. Like I didn't take a single
Mhm.
business class. So I really, that side of things has been definitely a big learning curve. But it's very fulfilling. And I think going back to what you're saying, I talked about on my channel before, I do want to be more of like running my own businesses rather than just promoting other people's businesses, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And there's
Yes.
no shade whatsoever here because people make really good money. They're very successful at doing this, and it still gives them the opportunity to do whatever they want. I just personally don't find it very fulfilling. And I love all of the brands that I work with. I truly do. It just being on someone else's like schedule almost and being like have to like what is it like what's the word
I
like
don't know.
Like you had to like
you
you
have
have to
to
like
like
adhere to someone else's
yes exactly
like someone else's
like just
agenda.
like referring back to someone. I feel like I don't know, long term is not something that I really want to do. So I think it's just smart if you are in the fitness or if you are in social media just to kind of diversify and like make sure you have all your bases covered and stuff.
Of
Yeah.
But
course. And one thing that like we've just like obviously noticed with social media is like obviously the opportunities that come from it, but like even outside of social media, like there are so much things that like I've learned so much from being like in this environment, surrounding myself around like certain people that are already like business owners and all that. And I've just learned so much. But like you can totally learn the things that we've learned without social media. It's just surrounding yourself around the right people
Right.
to like learn about it. Because I think that like people listening are gonna assume like, oh, like you have to have like a social media platform or a presence to like be able to be like a business owner and like create like these really cool fun things, but
Like create an app, create anything.
Yeah.
Like you can create an app. You don't need a social media presence to create
Yeah.
a successful
obviously it's going to help
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
so much with
But-
like
but you don't
promoting
need it.
but you don't need it. Yeah, there's so many things you can do without it. Like we say all the time, like the one gym that we go to is Lift ATX. They are so successful. Like everyone in Austin, Texas knows about this gym, and he started off with no social media presence, like nothing at all. And it's just like all about like knowing people and like knowing how to treat others and just like be out there, you know?
I mean, and just like overall
100%.
like worth ethic, because like you said, it's nothing like you don't need to be an entrepreneur at all. Like I know like to some people the thought of having to like, because it's fucking hard. Like it's hard
it's
to go
so
through
hard.
setting up an LLC and you need a bank account and then like like it's difficult. Like it's not a walk in the park. Like it could be super easy to just work
Yeah.
for someone else and get a paycheck in the mail and be like, okay, done. So some people have no
Yeah.
desire.
Yeah.
But like if there's something you want to get done, like fitness or not, like there's things we talk about or like have plans that we're like doing behind the scenes, and like I'll tell like my parents about them, and they're like, how the hell did you know how to do that? I'm like, I don't know, Googled it.
Yeah.
Like,
Google it.
I'm like, we
crazy.
Googled it, we emailed some guy, and we've been Zoom meeting with him every week, and we figured it out. I don't know. I'm like, we still could be totally wrong. No clue.
Yeah.
I'm like, we could be literally so incorrect, but it's doing something. Even like setting up this podcast studio, like, it's like, I don't know, like, it's like you could like push things off, but it's like, you know what, like, we're gonna figure out how to like make it work and get it to YouTube and get the mics and get the mic stand and like just do it. Like, I don't know,
I don't know
shit about microphones, and here I am connecting them to like a laptop and like I don't know how to work any of this. Like, I just figured it out.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's why I think it's so important to like mention that too, because I feel like every time we just talk about like the success or just becoming like a business owner, like I want to like also mention to the people that are listening that don't have social media presence that it's totally possible. But I don't know.
Oh, it's 100% possible. Like, if you have 100 followers on social media, it doesn't matter. Like, you can start whatever you want to start. And it's crazy because you can use influencers to promote.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so wild nowadays. It's crazy how much like marketing has changed over the past even 5 years. That's also something that we're trying to figure out, like just on the business end of things. That's like so intimidating to even like get
for sure
that,
is.
but
And it's really exciting. Like, I just can't wait to see like not only for like us and what you're doing, like there's just so much room for opportunity and growth, and it's just like so exciting to see like things happen. I don't know.
yeah.
No, it's so exciting. I love it. Like, being in this age of like being able to get everything you need online and through the internet, like literally everything, like advice from people, how to start a business, like a step-by-step on how to like form an LLC, like all of that is just on the internet.
Yeah.
Which is it's insane to just watch people be able to like take social media and like do that, and take like fitness and do that and make it so accessible to so many people. Like, the fitness industry is so big.
So big.
And it's crazy that like a few years ago it was just like the only things that were like fitness and health were like the scammy like magazine covers and like the stupid like
Pinterest
scammy like
things,
like Pinterest little
The
like
Pinterest workouts.
Yeah.
the Pinterest workouts and like
Oh my
the
gosh.
workout like DVDs that you put in the TV, and that was like it.
Yeah.
Like workout DVDs, like weight loss ads on a magazine, and like literally Pinterest workouts, like that's it.
Yeah.
And now there's so many people sharing, so like you can find someone that relates to literally every single like fitness journey there is, and like probably has like a product for it.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I think that's honestly, if someone out there is like thinking about starting social media, you should 100% do it. I think it's scary for some people because the fitness industry is so big. It's like, there's already so many people. It's so saturated, which it is. Like, don't get me wrong. It is like there's a ton of people doing it. But I think what you have to realize is there's only like one you, and most people follow people because of the personal aspect, not because of, oh, she posts great workouts, but they like you as a person, you know? So I think like if you're holding back from like starting something and you're really passionate about it, just go for it, because the people will come, you know?
Yeah, because especially like way before like expecting like financial success is something you shouldn't do with social media.
So sorry.
It's
that was
okay.
serious. Oh my God.
But like the success in terms of just like personal fulfillment of like doing something, like whether you're making money or not, because like you said, like you're like busting your ass to get these businesses out there where it's like you could just sit financially comfortable and like do the sponsorships you were doing and like not even have to waste your time and money investing into something for yourself.
Sure.
You could just sit comfortably and do what you're doing, but that's not fulfilling to you. So like there's like that trade-off. So like starting social media, like whether you're gonna make money or not, because in the beginning you probably won't. Like maybe you'll be that lucky person that gets a viral TikTok and all of a sudden you're making a bunch of money, but realistically you probably won't make a lot of money right off the bat. But it's like so fulfilling mentally and like emotionally to just like put something out there that you like doing, and keeping you so accountable. And like if you have one person that's just like, I really like this, that's like, oh yay.
Yeah, you never know. They could be a town over for you, and you become best friends with them. Like that's one thing I think too that's important. Like we always talk about like creating a fitness page, not only for like the success of it, but also like the friendships you can make out of it. Because I remember I felt so
100%.
lonely when I made my fitness page. I just made it just to put like food, workouts, whatever. But then when I was like communicating back and forth with like people that had the same interests as me, I was like, I don't feel so lonely anymore. Like I'm talking to these strangers on the internet, but like I feel like they're all my best friends, right? In a sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%. That is easily my favorite part about social media. Like just connecting with people that are all over the world too. Like it's crazy to hear like people follow you from like random places on the world. And you're like, this is so cool. Like it's just so cool that you can have an impact on someone that you've never even met. You know?
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild that right now, like talking on this mic, like because we're just in our living room, that like people are listening to this.
I know.
Like when we first started doing it, I'm like, we're just like sitting here talking, but I'm like, if you put all the people in front of us like on a stage, like I'd be really nervous.
Oh, I would be so
I would be really nervous. I'd be terrified. But like it seems less scary this way.
Yeah, it definitely is less scary.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like we talked about so much. How long have we been talking?
Yeah, we've been talking for a while. 30 or 40 minutes actually. But yeah, I kind of like asked like for at the end, I was going to ask you something about like being a post-grad athlete, but I kind of want to ask like cuz you're still kind of going through this process of like what's advice you have for someone that's like kind of struggling to find their like fitness identity, because I know you're right now still trying to figure out what you want to be doing.
Yeah. I guess my biggest piece of advice would be just try everything, because you don't know what you don't like until you figure it out. You know what I mean? So if you like try kickboxing, try Pilates, try HIIT classes, try lifting, try CrossFit, try long distance running, and you can just like slowly narrow it down to what makes you feel good and makes you feel fulfilled. And yeah, just freaking try everything. Like there's still so many things that I want to try. I want to go to kickboxing.
I love kickboxing.
I'm scared. I want to go to kickboxing. I feel like I'd be really good at it.
Yeah, I feel
at
like
the
you
big
would be
No,
good at it.
it's so fun. Like I am not the type
Really?
of it's so fun.
Take
Like
out some anger, you know?
I cannot like I definitely couldn't fight someone. Like I'm not the type of person, but like getting good at kickboxing and like learning how to like use the speed bag and like it's so badass. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
I really want to start doing it again. Like I loved it. Can't recommend more.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
okay.
so good. It's
Convince me.
it was the most like
Glass.
I think that was the most tiring workout I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go to this place. It's called 9 Round. They have like it's like a franchise. So there might be one.
No, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like everywhere. You basically walk in and it's like a class, but not really, because there's no set time it starts. You can just walk in and do like the workout for the day. Kind of like, I think that's how CrossFit kind of is, where you walk in and you just do the workout. So you just walk in and you do it, and there's nine rounds, like 9 stations. Each station is, I think, like 2 minutes, and you have like a 30-second rest. Those times could be so wrong, but it's something like that. So at one station, there's like a little like combo, and you just do it nonstop for whatever the time is. And then for the 30 seconds, there's an active rest. And you do all night. It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds really hard.
It's so hard, but it was like, I'd be like, that was probably the most tiring workouts I've like ever done.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really fun.
excited to like. I think going into the summer, I want to start doing like just maybe like once a week, like something fun, like this.
Yeah.
Is it solid core you say you do?
Oh,
Dude,
I want to do
wanna
it
try this
so
you guys
bad. I
have
want to
to
do it
go.
so bad.
You have to go. It is so hard.
Let's do it.
I'm not kidding you. My entire body like convulses when I'm on that thing. Like it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
It's so
My
hard.
core is so weak, but I'm down.
No, I want to do it really bad. I was going to say, I used to say this a lot. I haven't talked about it in a while. Speaking of trying everything, I used to preach this all the time because that's what I did. That's when I did the kickboxing. I did Pilates. I did cycle. I did literally, you name it, I tried it. Every studio pretty much has a free trial class. You can go for free. They're probably going to like email you and try to get you to sign up and whatnot. But you can literally try everything for free. Like that's what I did. I literally just signed up for free trials and like would bring one of my friends and like just did free trials of everything.
That's smart.
And it costs nothing. And you can get like, if there's a bunch of fitness studios where you live, you can get like 2 weeks of a bunch of different workouts, just free trials.
Literally.
And you can find what you like. And you could even maybe you like go to 2 different Pilates studios. Maybe you don't like the trainer at the other one. Like maybe you don't like the music. Like that stuff makes a big difference. So yeah, you can try stuff for free. That's like the biggest thing I can recommend. I did so much.
Yeah, well, I guess if you guys want to see us doing that or the solid core, stay tuned
I
for
really
that.
want to
It'll
do
happen.
solid core. I'm like pretty good. Is it like Pilates?
Yeah.
I'm like pretty good at Pilates the one time I did it because I danced.
Not to brag.
Not to brag, but like I danced my whole life. So like
Oh
I'm, like,
yeah, okay, that does. Yeah.
I'm like pretty like it's movements that I'm very used to. Like it's very like familiar to me. So I was like, oh, I kind of like this because like it's like what I did my whole life. Because
Dude, you're lucky. I'm like the opposite. I've never done anything like that, and they're like, slow down. They're like yelling me the whole class because I'm like going as fast as I can. They're like, no, slow. Like you're doing it wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Like I feel like that's just so opposite from like soccer, like running around. I'm like, no, I did like ballet, so I'm like, it feels very familiar to me. But yeah, definitely, I agree. Just like try a bunch of random stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just fun.
Yeah,
fitness classes are fun. Like I can't do them all the time because like I just like lifting too much. But they're fun. Like the spin classes I went to, so fun. It's like a club in there. They like blast music, like the lights are going. Like it's a good time. Yeah, yeah. No, it's fun.
Well, I guess if you guys are listening and you want to kind of check out Kylie Ross's journey with kind of figuring out what she loves at the moment with fitness, what is your Instagram? I don't know if you plugged it at the beginning.
Let me see. It's either _ Kylie Ross or Kylie Ross _ get it wrong every time. _ Kylie Ross.
There you go. All right. You can check that out on her Instagram. We'll have it tagged on our podcast Instagram as well, so you can get easy access to that if you follow the podcast already.
Well, also, we haven't done this. We haven't had a guest in a while, so like I forgot all the guest things we do. But we'll be putting like whatever your recent post is as of Friday. We'll put on the story, and they're gonna comment that they came from the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's fun because then we get to see like how many like it's cool seeing the reach. Yeah. So yeah, they'll do that. So you'll get a lot of comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drive up the engagement on that post a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything, all your stuff, all of Kylie's stuff will be on our Instagram and whatnot. Yeah. And her YouTube will be in the description of this YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about the camera that was.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like this was a long episode.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah. So, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.